Have you ever wondered how real estate agents make money or how that whole agent commission structure works? Well, I'm going to clarify all that in my Agent Commissions 101, and we're starting right now. Welcome back. If you are new to the channel, I am Michelle Miller with Michelle Miller Realty and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Arizona Properties. And I talk about all things real estate here in the Scottsdale, Phoenix area, lifestyle, and other topics regarding real estate. And today the topic is agent commissions and how that whole structure works. If you are thinking about doing a career in real estate, something to consider. So every agent is generally considered a sole proprietor. So that means I hang my license, and my license is hung with Berkshire Hathaway, but I am actually an independent 1099 employee, which means I do not receive any 401k. I don't receive any health benefits. None of those normal things that come with working for a corporate America type job. With that being said, though, there are perks. Our schedule is flexible, but then it's also flexible where people reach you from the crack of dawn till the time you put your head down on the pillow. So there's a trade-off. So it's just, when you're considering this line of work, you definitely should talk to an experienced agent and then, figure out if this is really the right course, because you will never work harder in your life. I'm telling you, you're going to put in a lot of hours. So before we get into all the breakdown and everything, I just want to say there are those shows on HGTV. I have seen them, and Lifetime or whatever, where they're selling, very expensive luxury properties, and then they show that, potential commission that they list. Okay, that's a load of bull. I mean, that is a TV show. Nobody is making that amount of money, and I'm going to explain why as we move on with our step one of this video. All right, so step one, you're the listing agent, you take a listing, it's $400,000, and it's a 6% commission. So that would be $24,000 off gross, right? So let's say it's sold, yay. Okay, so the first thing that's gonna happen is that buyer has an agent, right? So now the $24,000 is split between the buyer's agent and the listing agent. Now some listing agents might keep more for themselves. We have no way of knowing that. But generally it's a 50-50 split. So now the 24 grand just went down to $12,000 a piece, right? All right, then this is the big one. You will have a split with your broker. So most real estate agents are basically salespeople that work for a brokerage, and we hang our license with a broker. Now you can get your broker's license, but the thing to remember with that is the buck stops with the broker. So if you are not if you don't have a lot of experience in this business, you could get sued very quickly. So having that broker in your back pocket for advice and things like that is invaluable, at least in my opinion. All right. So we're going to assume that we have a newer agent. And so a newer agent doesn't have a lot of a sales experience to fall back on. So their split with the broker is going to be not as good as if you're a more experienced agent and you're constantly producing. So let's just say we have a 60-40 split. So that means now the agent keeps 60%, the broker will take 40% of that $12,000. All right, I'm going to put up a little picture here so we can follow the math as I go through this, because there's a lot of numbers. And we are going to see very quickly how $12,000 can turn into less than $3,000 in a very, very short amount of time. All right, so the big one is the split, the 60-40 split. So if you see that the gross commission is $12,000, multiply that times 0.6. Now your gross commission after your split is now at $7,200. Yes, $7,200. Now also, when you have the pleasure of hanging your license with a various brokerage firm, they also charge you a franchise fee. So that is usually 6% of the gross. So that would be another 6% of the $12,000. All right. So now we're talking about another $720. So if you deduct that off, you're now looking at $6,480 is what you're down to. All right. Step three, another deduction. This is for errors and omission insurance. So at my brokerage, and I think every brokerage charges the agent we'll just say like $37, I think, per transaction for E&O coverage on that deal, because stuff happens. Things get missed. If you're not careful, I don't know, or you're just not experienced, errors can happen, and people like to sue these days. So that little $37 on each transaction will provide you a nice insurance policy in the event that something happens or somebody does take up a lawsuit. All right, so when we look at our slide, we take the $6,480 minus the $37, and now we're at $6,443. Wait a minute. What happened to my $12,000? Yeah, that's right. It goes that fast. Oh, and for a little bit more bad news, you haven't even paid taxes yet. So that's fun. All right. So step 4 is this a business? Is this just a hobby? Because what happens is people get these commission checks and then they just go out and spend it on, whatever, cars or clothes or whatever. And then Mr. Taxman comes calling and wants his money April 15th, and you haven't put any of that commission money aside. So you just went out rolling with your $6,000 and you're going to owe like a ton of money come April 15th. So if it's a business, it is recommended that you, at a minimum, you break that commission into 3 parts. 33% goes for your personal use, which comes to around $2,126. Yes, that's right. You started off at $12,000 and now you're down to $2,126 to pay your bills. The other 33% would go back into your business. So this is stuff for when you take listings. You can pay for the drone guy and the photographer and the marketing and taking your clients out to lunch. Those are all business expenses. Office paper, office chair, you name it, that's a business expense. And then let's not forget the tax man. And maybe you want to invest a little bit of money for your retirement, since you do not get a 401k in many of these jobs or many of these companies. So I parsed off 34% for that. So that's a little bit higher. I think that comes in at $2,190. So as you can see, those multi-million-dollar checks that they're showing that you're getting, not exactly what's happening. So, and this job is a lot more than just opening doors and letting people in. We have to be up on negotiating skills. We have to be up on the market. We have to be up on how to deal with appraisers. We have to be up on contracts and the laws that go around all transactions regarding real estate. So there's a lot more to the job than people really give us credit for. And so, the next time that you say, oh, I don't want to do 6%. Think about this video and think about actually how much money they're actually making. And then, and more importantly, the only time that you actually pay that commission is if that agent actually sold your house. So you are out $0, but that agent is out time and they are out money. So, some agents will spend 10 to 20 hours just preparing for a listing appointment, because if you want to go and preview some of the competition, if a house is kind of complicated and you need to make sure that you're pricing it right, that takes a ton of time. And, those are all hours that we're not getting paid for. So just something to think about. It is a very interesting career. If you have questions, I'm always happy to talk to you. My contact information is below, or if you have any other real estate related questions, again, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. So we will see you next time. Again, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next Thursday. So if you have questions about this video or other videos you've seen on this channel, please feel free to reach out. Or if you have questions about maybe taking up a career in the real estate, I'm always happy to talk to you about that. All my contact information is below. And while you're down there, hey, how about pressing that subscribe button? Wouldn't that be great? So that you know the next time that we drop a video. Oh, and I found a good little product that I like to pass along. So hopefully you stay till the end. It's called the Shower Shroom. Let me pick it up. This goes, if you have a walk-in shower, this goes in lieu of your drain. So I have long hair, it falls out all the time when I'm washing it. And then all the hair collects in this thing and it comes out, and then you can clean it. It's so nice. So no more clogged drains for you. So I bought it on that big retailer that delivers stuff to your door. I'm not going to say the name. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.